Welcome, Chit Chat group, mentor group. Um, Today, I'd like to talk about some of your latest plans for um, the future, and I'd like to talk about some of the things that you should be on board with. And one of those is your FAFSA. And here's what one of the sites I'd like to take you to make sure that when you are ready to talk about any of your financial information that you are on the right website. So one of the problems that I know can happen is that you know that there's some things that have to be done, like maybe such as finding out if you have any scholarships, that type of thing, and then not necessarily knowing if you have enough money to go on to a trade school or a community college. And one of those things that is very important for you to um, make sure that you do know that you're at the .gov site. So I'm going to share this website with you and let you see what it looks like. And what I need you to be very clear on is that you make sure that you are on the website that says Federal Student Aid, and also that you make sure that the web address is studentaid.gov. Now, if you're not on the right website, and what we would want to say is the Help Center, the federal aid website should look like it is a governmental site, and it should not ask you for any money. So it needs to say federal student aid here, and then it has to have studentaid.gov. Now, if it doesn't have .gov and it happens to have .com, you need to get off of that site and make sure that you are in the .gov site, which means that you apply for getting started and going through the financial aid process and who's eligible and completing a FAFSA form, and so that you are eligible for as much financial aid as possible for wherever you're planning on attending school. That typically should have been done in October. And if it's now January, and if you haven't yet done such and you still are thinking maybe in the fall you'd like to attend a community college, or you are just thinking about some of those places that you'd like to apply to, it's very important that your FAFSA form is properly filled out. Do not pay anybody $39.99 or anything else to file a FAFSA. And that's the important tidbit for all of you today. I have another website that I'd like to draw your attention to, and that is what we call the Northeast or the Northwest PA Community College. And it is the Northwest Region College of Pennsylvania, and I'm going to share that website with you because I do think that it's very important that you know about this particular um, uh, resource, because this resource is also a new resource for students in our area, and it creates what we call an affordable workforce. So what you can do at the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College is start to investigate whether or not you are interested in getting an associate degree or you're entering and getting workforce training. So what's really good about this is that they can set you up and get you started. And the fact that this is available throughout all parts of Pennsylvania, you need to be aware that we have locations right here at Sagertown High School to get you started at the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College if you want to come in and talk about getting enrolled. And of course, you can start with your enrollment as soon as you graduate, and that would be a really good thing. If you hadn't actually thought about going on to college, you certainly can look at getting an associate degree, or if you're going to go into technical training, workforce training. So my hope is that in either of these two resources that you find some interest in looking at making sure that your FAFSA is properly filled out. Do not pay anybody for a FAFSA. And then when you get ready to inquire about nearby colleges or universities, or if you go through the Northwest Regional Community College format, you have you have access to, and you should be able to see what type of programs are offered. Even if you hadn't thought about it, there's no obligation, but certainly would be kind of nice if you um, started to look at something for your future and look at some of the opportunities that are available to you. So that concludes our chit chat for Wednesday today. Good luck.